Welcome to or back to my channel, and I'm going to be talking about my reading and channel goals for 2025. So grab yourselves a warm drink and let's get into the video. So first, I'm going to be talking about my reading goals. The first reading goal I have for 2025 is to read 50 books. The past couple years, I have read over 100 books, and I haven't really been soaking up the books that I have been reading. I've just been kind of flowing through them, like just going through them. My cats are playing. You can see him in the tree. I don't think you can. That's getting me. I'm having some malfunctions right now. My cat was in the tree and I tried to show, but it didn't do it very well. So yeah, that was not the best ever, but he was really cute. He likes to climb the tree, but my camera, the autofocus was messing up, so I'm sorry you didn't get to see that. So let's start over. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is read 50 books. I have read about 100 books the past couple years, not this year. I've read almost 100 books this year, but not in total. Not completely 100 yet. I've read about high 80s, maybe 86 or something. But I have just been kind of like going through the books, not really actually reading and understanding what they're saying or really diving into the books. I've just been kind of not skimming over books, but it kind of feels like that. It kind of feels like I've just been skimming over all the books that I've been reading. I really just want to take my time and actually take notes over the books that I'm reading, or like annotate, or even just look at quotes that I really like and really just analyze the books that I'm reading, because I'm in a book club with a couple friends and we are reading this book and they're really analyzing this book, and I'm like, I've never been able to do that with books. I really want to just know what I'm reading and really soak up the content, because I'm really good at doing that with movies and shows. I'm really good at understanding like the reasoning behind like why they chose this scene for like this thing in this scene, but with books I'm not as good with it. I'm not very good at analyzing them, and I want to learn how to do that because it's something that I think is very big brain, and I don't have a big brain with books. I kind of just read them for the vibes, and that's how I've always been. I never really understood them in school, and like, I love what I read. I love reading. It's a very enjoyable act for me. It's just I don't really know what I'm reading a lot of the time. Like, I know what I'm reading, but it's just like I don't really know the actual reasoning behind why. I can't really tell you why the author did this or something. And I'm going to be reading a lot of classics next year. If you watch my 25 and 2025 video, which I will link in the whatever the things they're called, the cards, I guess. I've never really used those, so that's gonna be a new thing for me to be using those. So yeah, you can watch my 25 and 2025 to see what I'm reading next year, and you'll know that a lot of it requires a larger brain than I have right in this moment, so I will have to learn how to use it a lot better. I want to read 40 books I own. I have 170-ish books that I haven't read on my bookshelves, and I really want to get to those because, I mean, I'm gonna die one day and I don't want to have a ton of books that I haven't read that I really want to read. That's why I unhauled a lot of books, and that's why I'm doing my TBR 0. It's only 40 because like out of the 50 books I want to read, I say only 40, like 40 is like the majority of 50. But it's usually like I read a lot of books, like a lot of manga or graphic novels that I like get from the library. But this year I really just want to read less, and I want to read more of what I own. So number 3 is finish 4 series. I already have 3 I definitely want to get to, which is Gossip Girl. I will get some of them from the library, and I do own a lot of them, but a couple of them are either I thrift all my Gossip Girl books because I don't like the new covers. I like the ones from like when they were first released. So Gossip Girl is one I want to get to because I really, really, really want to watch the TV series. Another one that I want to get to is Love Light Farms. I have read the first one, and then I have Mixed Signals and In the Weeds. I don't know which one. I think it's In the Weeds and the Mixed Signals. I could be wrong. Don't really know. I don't know which order, but they're all seasonal. And I also have Business Casual, which is the last one because I did recently buy that at a thrift store. So that was fun. I'm really glad I went to look at the romance section because I found a book that I really wanted. So I wanted to finish the Love Light Farm series. And the last one that I own is the Lord of the Rings series. I read the first one, The Fellowship of the Ring, this year. And it took me from like April to like October to read. I could be wrong. It could have been a little bit shorter than that. And I don't mean April of this year. I mean April of last year to like this August, September, October, something like that, to read it all, because whenever I was first reading it, it was in the physical version on like this bind up I have of the 3 books for their 50th anniversary. And I hated reading it physically because I have poor eyesight, and also the font's so small and I would feel like I was getting nowhere. Then I went to the audiobook, which I couldn't follow. I hated it. I hated the audiobook. So I used Audible credits for all the audiobooks. Turns out I hate the audio version of it. So I guess I'm just going to read the ebook version on my Kindle from the library. The 4th series is one from the library. It doesn't have to be Spy Family, but that is one that I have started and I do want to finish, or at least catch up to because it's not finished. My 4th one that I kind of hinted at earlier is Buy Fewer Books. Like I said, I have over like around 170 books that I currently have on my shelves, and I don't want to add too many to that. If I do want to buy a book, I really have to think about it, and it's going to have to be late to my collection. And I am doing TBR 0, which I've kind of messed up on at the end of this year. But yeah, so just buy fewer books, save some money, use that towards whenever I do go shopping for books. It's not just randomly, it's with intention, and I would really like to save up like a ton of money and use that towards when I go to McKay's and just buy like a ton of books at once, instead of like buying a little book, and really get that dopamine hit of like, wow, I just bought 10 books for like 20 bucks. And that would be really fun. And also I want to read longer books. I am intimidated with books over 350 pages. I've noticed there is a book that has 380 that I was currently reading, and I have recently stopped reading it because I was terrified of the page number. So I just kind of stopped, and I haven't picked it up, and now my library hold's running out, which I own the book, but I kind of like ebook reading. I like the Kindle way of reading books a lot more because it doesn't strain my eyes as badly. I want to start reading books that are over at least 350 pages. I have a lot of short books on my 25 and 2025, but I do have some longer books, and a lot of them intimidate me. So let's hope I can get to those. And the last reading goal, I still have channel goals, but the last reading goal is read only 2 books at a time, but I want to only read about 2 books. I'm currently reading 4 books. One of them is for book club, which book club books don't count towards the 2. I would like them to, but for my online book club, that does not count because we read very slowly, and I would like to read a couple books while I'm waiting for my friends to catch up. But if I'm reading one book and I want to pick up another one, I'd like to read like a longer book, like a 350 plus, and then a shorter book at once, just to kind of like switch it up. Like if I start feeling intimidated by the 350 plus book, I can start reading a shorter one with like 200, 300 less pages, and just really read that one, go speed through it, and then be done. And then I have another book to read also, and then I can start another one as I'm feeling intimidated by the big one. First channel goal, which is upload every other week. I had this goal for this year, but I didn't do that because my health just plummeted. I was in horrible health, just laying in bed fatigued and dizzy. Like my vertigo and my fatigue were acting up a lot this year. So I have a plan for if I upload every other week, then I will around April or May, I will buy myself a new battery for this camera because I only ever use like one battery, and if I'm filming for a long time, then it kind of goes dead and I have to charge it, and I just don't really enjoy it, and I kind of want to get more stuff and like better equipment for my filming, but only if I actually take it seriously and actually do it, because I feel like my health is pretty decent right now. It's been decent for a while. I mean, I have my good and bad days, but overall with my health, it's been pretty decent. I want to upload, if I don't upload every other week, at least 3 times a month, I would say, until I reach my goal in like April or May, and then I will go on to try to do every week, or but like right now I think every other week, and then go to 3 times a month. The second one is reach 150 subscribers. Ideally I would reach 200 or more, but that's only if I upload every week. I think I could reach 200 subscribers. You never know when things might be bigger and I could go more, but my basis is 150 subscribers because that's really what I feel like I could do on every other week or 3 times a month. And it's a good goal because my goal for this year was 100 subscribers, but I only got to like 54. And the last channel goal is to participate in Vlogtober or Vlogmas. So I want to do like the full Vlogmas and actually do like December 1st through the 24th, or do the whole of Vlogtober. But I don't want to do just like sit down videos. I want to do more vlogging style videos because I'm not really good at vlogging. So I just kind of want to live in the moment usually, and I don't really think to pick up my camera or my phone and just record. I don't know, I need to learn to start doing that because I do want to capture these moments, but I just don't get the right angles, or the lighting's not right or something. And to vlog, I need to be more open with my content creation instead of just doing it at home. I actually want to do it out in the public and vlog my day-to-day life instead of just at home and go out. Like when I go to the coffee shop, like I want to be able to like sit the camera down like on my little tripod and like film me like sipping my coffee or reading something, and have it actually on me instead of just like here's my coffee, oh my cat's there, and just like filming it like this. But I actually like want to film it like this kind of, you know what I mean? So yeah, I want to like be able to get more open into the vlogging and actually like experience Vlogtober or Vlogmas, or I don't think I'll do both this year. I feel like it's a little bit too much because I'd have like all of October. I have all of October to vlog, and then I'd have like the full month of November to just do whatever, and then to have to do like December 1st through 24th. Too much. I couldn't do it. So yeah, but those are all of my channel goals. Leave the number 2, like the emoji, or just the number 2, I guess. I might think it's a typo. But I'll try to remember that. Like do the emoji or just the number 2 if you don't want to do emojis, to signify that I want to read 2 books at a time only. I feel like that would be a really good emoji. And tell me in the comments one of your goals for 2025. It doesn't have to be like a reading or a channel goal. If it is, all the better. And if you have a channel goal, leave it there and I'll check out your channel. But if it's just like a regular goal, like just like a resolution you want to make, that's cool too. So yeah, I will talk to you in my next video. Bye.